So as many of you, or some of you may know, I'm in an airport right now, coming back to Dubai. And it's funny, if I turn the camera like this, it looks like I've come from heaven. But it's not a light trick, it's just the airport light. But I just want to say that sometimes in life you can get caught up in a bit of a bubble. And it's so easy to just think, oh, my life's okay this, my life's okay that, and this is okay, that's bad. It's so easy to focus on the negatives in life and not the positives. And I'll have to say, this experience coming home, without going too much into it, it's really helped me, in all honesty, recapture my grip on reality and appreciating what I've got, and this beautiful opportunity to work hard, to trade, to build things around trading, like the YouTube channel, maybe even merchandise, and to really accept that you've got one life and you should live it to the absolute fullest. And sometimes I take life for granted a bit, and I really value so much such a wonderful opportunity in the world, to be free, not from a third world country, to really grasp and work hard for whatever the fuck I want. Even here, back from heaven, and this week's show, I should say welcome to Jonk's PennyStocking. This week's show is all about a very valid reminder to respect, support and resistance on multiple different time frames. Mark Crook gives exclusive video lessons to challenge members. This one is all about that on his recent XXII trade, and I can only stress the importance of looking at support and resistance levels intraday, marking them fucking out everywhere on your chart, and looking them at all different time frames going 5 years back. And please respect them, because the professionals are, and if you're not, you're setting yourself up for failure, baby. Oh yes. Well, loads of noise, I'm in an airport, but it's a good time to use my time efficiently. Flying back to Dubai. Key lessons from Mark Crook, who also gives video lessons to challenge members exclusively on a few things here: support, resistance, multiple time frames, and the importance of bigger floats in contrast to volume, which can mean that stocks move slower. I'll let him talk. Floor's yours, Crookster.
Very important lesson on realistically coming up with a good risk-reward trade and a good timeline for your trade. And what I mean by that is having a realistic expectation for any given stock and its respective chart, in terms of the timeline that one would expect for this move to happen. So let's talk about XXII. I'll explain exactly what I mean. You can see that 350 was a clear resistance level over the past couple of weeks, and then going back several months, you know, it topped out in the 350s. We go back out a few years, back to 2015. You can see there is resistance in the 370s. So this was a critical level for the stock. You can see it's a former supernova from the 1s all the way to the 6s, and then it went all the way back down to 1. Had a very nice uptrend to the 3s, and it dipped right back down to 2s, and that was actually a nice dip buy opportunity. But what I do want to point out in this chart is that this stock is a fairly slow mover. It is not a fast mover like some of the other penny stocks that we've seen more recently that have doubled. KODK, for example, went from 3 to 12 in 1 day or 2 days. And XXII, realistically, if you look at the chart, I mean, it's had several green days in a row, but it took 1, 2, 3, in this case 4, roughly 5 days to get from 220 to 320, and this goes back to September of 2017. Again, over here, October 2017, the stock spiked from the 270s to as high as the 340s, so 70 cents a share in 3 days. And this is what you have to do in order to determine what a realistic timeline is for a stock. XXII has a big float, 100 million shares. It's not a low float, and it's not going to move very quickly. That's why I said in my alert in the chat room, or actually during my live trading webinar last Thursday, I said that this was a potential spiker to the 4s. I was in the 370s, and it ultimately got to 440, so 70 cents a share, roughly 90 cents a share from the breakout. Now it's trading in the 380s, and it's just kind of consolidating. There was a hit piece by the street sweeper, and that perhaps sent the stock down a little bit and caused some panic. And now it'll probably just trade sideways and consolidate in the 380s, 390s, maybe the low 4s. But the important lesson that I want to pass along here is that you have to go through every big move that a stock has made in the past. And obviously you want to focus on former runners. XXII is certainly a former runner. It's breaking out to new highs. And I came up with a realistic expectation that 420, 430, 440 was certainly in the cards. Ideally 450. It never quite got to 450. But I did sell it in the 425s and the 435s.
So I mean, there you can see, looking at key resistance levels at all different time periods, from intraday to daily to weekly, 100 days, going back 5 years, and taking that into account with the realistic time frame of, with a size float like 100 million shares, and it's only trading 12 million a day, that's only trading at 10% of its float, or a tenth of the float. How are you expecting that it's not going to move very fast? And it's about being realistic and having a plan and sticking to it. And now I'm in the airport. I was just listening to this tune the other day. It's a pretty good tune. I've got heaven behind us again. But I've just really got to say one fucking word that a lot of people don't have, and it's freedom. Like, people have kids too early, they're not free from the kids. People are from third world countries that don't have freedom through education. Most people are stuck in dead-end 9-to-5 jobs, and they don't have the freedom of self-expression. They're locked in by the jobs. They don't have the freedom to pursue a career that they want. They don't have the freedom financially. Most people don't have the confidence to have the freedom of self-expression. And I want to say to you guys, I'm free, motherfucker. And I'm free because I enabled myself to free, and I worked hard every day to get free. And I know me has shit, but me has free to be shit. And I want to say, value your fucking freedom. If you're not quite there yet, work on it. Think, what can I do to have more confidence? What can I do to get out of this job? Can I take a pay cut to study more, to earn more, to build another income, to have more and more freedom? I was 5 days a week at work and studying till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I was 4.5, and then I was 4, then I was 3. I was using my leave, taking 1 day off a week to have the freedom to study, to enable more freedom later on in life. So don't tell us that you're working full time. Take a day off, take a half day every single week, and burn your leave to get stocks. You've got to make commitments to get there. Comment freedom of the dream. I will be with you for the rest of my fucking days, saying this shit until I change some motherfucking people's lives. Shebang. Comment freedom.